Good morning. Good morning. Hello, everybody. Hi, Andrea. Welcome in. Hi, Kathy Hand. Let's see. I think I need to put my chat on. There we go. Now I can see you guys. Good morning, Darlene. Hello, everybody. Oh, Darlene. Oh, sweetheart. Let us wrap our arms around you today for sure. It is our prayer day. So any prayers that you have, go ahead and start typing them in for me so I know when we get there we can lift you up. All right, so let's first go into our hearts. I'm so glad you all are here, and the countdown continues to Hawaii. So let's go into our hearts first. Breathe in love and breathe out love. Breathe in peace and breathe out peace. Breathe in joy and breathe out joy. I am enough. I am worthy. Miracles happen to me every day. Opportunities show up everywhere. I am love. I am light. I am a spark of the divine. Now pull somebody into your heart. Darlene, I'm going to hold you in my heart. I'm going to give you a big heart hug. So who are you all giving heart hugs to? Who are you calling in here with a big I love you? Come on in. Let me just see. Catherine Kovacs, we called you in. Yay, that's right. Hawaii. Getting so excited. What's today? Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. In 4 days, I will be on an airplane. So, Hawaii. What do you want to experience when I go to Hawaii? Because you know you're coming with me. So every day, let's dream. Let's pick something that you would like to see, to have happen. Kathy Hand, it's 2:00 in the morning in Hawaii. I will be coming live to you all at 2:00 every morning, 2 a.m., which will be your 8 a.m. on the eastern part of the country. Good morning, Annie 7. Yeah, it is what it is. I'm excited. I'm joyful. I am happy to have this experience. So whatever that looks like, if it's 2:00 in the morning, it's 2:00 in the morning. And I will happily do so. All right. So what else is going on? Anybody have something you want to experience when I go to Hawaii? Do you want to have a video of that volcano? Because I know at the nighttime, you usually can see it flowing. So I would love to get a video of that. Jennifer, good morning. Deirdre, Kathleen, Julie. And yes, we just did day 163 of saying those affirmations every day. Oh, and I will not be able to do Sunday afternoon cuppa. I don't think. I'll have to look at what time I will be in the, what time my layover is on Sunday, because that's my flight day. That's when I'm headed out to Hawaii. Helicopter ride. Well, Jen, I will certainly see if that's possible. I'm not big on heights, you know that, but we'll see what happens when I get there, and maybe I will want to go up on a helicopter and give you all that bird's eye view of the volcano in Hawaii. Catherine Kovacs, go to the beach there. I hear the beaches are beautiful, almost breathtaking. They are, Catherine. I have been to the Big Island before, but it's been many years. It's been a couple of decades. And the beaches are, there's nothing like them. They're just so amazing. Leo, please bring a stone to the statue of Elvis if you see him. Oh, okay. I can do that. I'd love to. I can't remember where he filmed one of his movies. Was it Blue Hawaii that he did? That was very popular. But yes, I'm going to be taking some of the stones that Sally and Tony gave me, and I'm taking them to Hawaii. We're doing some land blessing and water blessing while we're there. So definitely some of the stones from Zenlightenment are going to make their way on the Peace on Earth tour to Hawaii to do a land blessing, and I will film it. You all will be able to see it. Charlie, yes to the volcano. Oh, thank you, Julie Kiss. Yeah, it just, it was part of the divine plan, obviously, because I sure couldn't make it happen, but the angels did. Oh, Catherine, you know it. You know I share everything I do. Everything on this Peace on Earth tour you guys are a part of. You're making it happen. I couldn't do it without your contributions, without your love, without your prayers. So thank you. Thank you for that. And anyone who wants to support and you're not supporting financially, it's give butter. And I will I'll post that link again if you want to support the tour. When you support Give Butter, support me through Give Butter, it goes right to the nonprofit Angel Speakers Inc. And so that's where the funds reside that I use to do the traveling. Oh, Deirdre, it sure has been a journey. It's been amazing. Maybe a sunset cruise? Maybe. We'll see what happens when we get there. Hope Wellington Marshall, good morning. I think I got all those comments of what you all were looking forward to when I get to Hawaii. So we're on the countdown, 4 days till I get on an airplane. So exciting. And we really, really need to lift up in prayer this area that I'll be flying out of, Norfolk, Virginia, and pray that that hurricane that's out there in the water will just scoot on up north and leave this area alone so that there's no delays. Charlie, you were thinking what yesterday about the volcano? Yeah, I have actually slept in a cabin on top of that volcano when I was there the first time, 24 years ago, 24 or 25, I can't remember now. Anyway, we spent a night on top of the volcano, and that was interesting, and got to walk out and see the lava flowing into the ocean at night. Good morning, Michelle Landers. Andrea, I want to see your beautiful smile as you're enjoying each experience. Oh, you know it. You know I'm not going to stop smiling the whole time I'm there. Oh, thank you, Catherine. You are going. Everybody's going. Everybody's going to show up there in Hawaii with me. In spirit, you're all going to be surrounding me when I do the land blessings, the water blessings, any experiences that I have while I'm there. You're along for the ride. Kathleen says, I haven't been there since 1982. The beaches are more than amazing. What a difference from the dark water usually seen in New York. Yeah, it's so blue. It's just, the only word I know is amazing because you can see way down in the water. I know there's a good place to snorkel, and I have never done it before. Who knows? I may step out of my comfort zone for this one. I don't know yet. I'm still asking the angels about that. And Leo said, yes, Blue Hawaii and 2 other movies were filmed there. Also, the satellite concert. Oh, I forgot about that, Leo. Yes, I love that concert. I have watched it several times, actually, on YouTube. His concert that was filmed and seen around the world. It was amazing. Yes, Michelle, I'm wearing this every day until I get on that airplane on Sunday. I'm reminding myself and everybody that the Peace on Earth tour is going to Hawaii, and so very excited. Kathy, if you could find 4mm beads native to the island for my creations, I will certainly try. Thank you, Kathleen. And Darlene, you've never been? Well, you're going with me. You're going to live virtually in Hawaii for 5 weeks, you guys. Y'all are not going to know what to do with me. 5 weeks in paradise. Aw, Kathy Hand, you are so sweet. All right, well, let's get to today's reading. And oh my gosh, I just posted the blog, you guys. I have to tell you that these horses are really providing a lot of lessons for me. And if you read the blog today, it's about expectations. So if you want more insight about expectations, that's one thing they've taught me. And when I sat down with the angels and I'm going, okay, what are we writing about? What are we talking about? Expectations. And I'm going, oh, of course it is. Of course it is. You all have heard me talk about Chuckles, little Chuck the horse, and how I just expect him to do something funny, silly, stubborn. I expect him to be the troublemaker. And yesterday it was like they talked amongst themselves and they said, let's surprise her today. You be the good horse. I'll be the bad horse. It was so funny, you guys. When I went out at noontime, it was a little afternoon. It was about 1:30 because I left them out a little later. I went out to bring them in and Chuck was waiting and he was waiting patiently at the gate. So I let Chuck in, and normally he goes right to Comanche's stall, and he just absolutely decides he's going to stay in there, even though there's not room for 2 horses in one stall. Yesterday, he did everything I told him. He walked right into his stall. He was very happy to do whatever I said, and I gave him lots of love and lots of appreciation for that. And then Comanche was the one that decided to dig in his hooves and say, let me just try you today and see what you do. It was really funny now that I look back on it. But at the time, I was like, all right, mister, I've been through this with Chuck, and he knows to do eventually what I tell him to. So it took a minute, and I'm just laughing. And I laughed at them, and I said, you guys, quit talking about this. Just do what I tell you to do. So yeah, they surprised me yesterday, and I really think that they devised that plan, that I was going to expect something from Chuck, and I got it from Comanche. So I'm like, okay, y'all are just teaching me something new every day. No, Michelle, it's going to be at the regular time. It'll be at 8 o'clock Eastern, 2 o'clock for me in Hawaii. And I'm usually up that late anyway. I'm a night owl. You all know I don't get a lot of sleep. My sleep app is very happy with me right now because I've been sleeping when I do close my eyes instead of tossing and turning. And I found something that's really helping with that. So I've only been using it a few days, but it's making such a difference. You saw Chuckles? Yeah. I did a little video of Chuck because he is so funny. He has so much personality. And so I took some pictures of him being silly, and then he tried to take my phone away. like, no, you can't have the phone. You can't eat my phone because I kind of need it. And I don't have time to get a new one. But yeah, it's been an adventure being here in this place on this farm and learning what I'm learning from all the animals. And yesterday they were a little antsy because there was a pack of coyote that were very loud out in the backfield. I think that was yesterday. The days are flying by for me. All right, we are on page 90 of this book. We only have, let me see, we only have 6 more. Wow. I think, hang on, no, we only have 5 more, but the 5th one is only 1 message. Well, we'll see how it goes. I might do 2 pages at a time so I can finish up before Hawaii. Page 90. Complacency is not your friend and will not make a dent in bringing about change in your world. Search your heart and see if you want to swallow your words or find your voice to speak up. Through selfless service, you realize that your actions can truly make a difference. Step out of your individual perspectives, tune into the greater symphony of life, and in the process, experience the beauty of your shared journey. It is a shared journey, and that's why I say you're all going to Hawaii. If I'm there, you know you're going to be there. All right, so in the sacred stillness of early morning awakening, discover the gateway to your soul's journey. Well, I am beginning to love my early morning time. The horses expect to be fed at a certain time, so they're waiting at the gate usually when I go out there early morning. And I'm enjoying the breeze. I'm enjoying the coolness of the early morning air and just the whole energy of early morning. So try it. Try just stepping out early in the morning and saying hello to Mother Earth. We encourage you, dear ones, to spend more time in meditation so you can eventually fly with ease and grace. Yes, we can do that. You cannot change what is taking place on the battlefield, but you can change what is taking place in your heart. Turn your focus on sending peaceful, loving thoughts out from your heart. Release the anger, as it will only lead you to a downward spiral. I love this page. And thank you, Kathy Hand, for sending me a message this morning about your experience with this page, page 90. It's a very special message page. So if you have the little book, Angels in My Pocket, and I see that Blue and Pocket just showed up, maybe look at that page. Maybe read it and reread it a couple of times and see what it says to you. I'd like to know if you have that experience of it being special. So hello and welcome in, Blue Jean. I see you there. I don't know what the question marks are for, but hello. And Leo, so happy for you and seeing the Peace on Earth tour expand. It's expanding and it is going international in just a couple of months. You know, it's mind-blowing if I stop and think about it, how this all is just falling into place. And I did hear back from the Dalai Lama's camp. His assistant sent me a message. He's no longer taking private sessions, private meetings with people, but he is going to pray for us and pray for the Peace on Earth tour, and he gives it his blessing. So we have the blessing of the Dalai Lama. So it's not too surprising that things are going the way they're going, and that it's opening up to the world for us to really be seen and heard, and we are making a difference. And Michelle says, my favorite time of day to meditate is in the early morning hours or sunset. Everything is so soft and quiet. That's what I love about it. It's quiet. There's not a whole lot going on early in the morning. There's not a lot of text messages or phone ringing or even emails. So it's time to just spend with spirit, and I love it. I encourage you, if you haven't experienced that, or if it's not in your things to do, try it. Try going early in the morning, maybe step outside or just sit in the silence and see what happens. Catherine, you're on your back porch right now, drinking a cup of coffee and looking at the birds and the squirrels. I love that. And Darlene, you do a ceremony every morning before the sun comes up. Beautiful. Good morning, Susan Flo. All right, well, it is our prayer day. This is Wednesday. This is the day we review all of those beautiful names of people, places, animals. And if there's something special that you want highlighted to lift up, then please let me know that. Please keep my niece Paula in your prayers, and we're going to help her get through this journey that she is on, this physical fire she's going through. I'm going to pull a Kuan Yin card for us, and it is the magic of the moon to manifest. Just as the light of the moon ebbs and flows, all things happen according to a timing that benefits the greater garden of life. How short-lived that garden would seem if all flowers bloomed at once, and then it was over. As the next moon grows full, set your intention. Your time for blossoming is near. So you have plenty of time before the next full moon. So start setting your intentions. Start really working on that manifesting of what you want to bring to you. Work with Jophiel, the energy of 444. Work with Cassiel and the energy of 781. So whatever you resonate with to bring in the fullness of your manifestation, do that. Do those things that will help you to align your energy with spirit. All right. Deirdre, thank you for this daily prayer for all humans, for Gaia and all who live on her back, for world peace, attention to human trafficking, support for all families living with addiction, prayers for our troops, the USA, Paula, Billy, and any traveling peas. Thank you for that. And yes, the family that I am house sitting and pet sitting for will be traveling back home. They'll be here by Saturday, and it's going to be like really rainy because that storm is moving north up the coast. So please keep them in your prayers as they are on the road. Kathy Hand says, I step out on my deck each morning when I let Scooby out. I talk to my vegetables and herbs and say hi to any birds out there. I love that. Catherine, you saw 555? That's a great sign. It's a sign of change. And Blue, it's been said that that time of day when the birds chirp helps keep your cortisol levels low. It's embedded in our DNA that when we hear birds sing, all is well. Hence the best time for meditation. Awesome. All right, let me pull up the names on the prayer list, and we will get into our prayer time. Just remember, each person, each place, each animal, each situation is something you have brought forward. You have brought that to us. So let me get it going here. I think this is the latest. If it's not, I apologize. Okay. So we pray for Prachetta, Prachir and Goofy, our India family, Aunt Mina and Neil, Navriti, Jasmine and her family. Those are all part of our India P's, and I will be visiting them. We will be visiting them in November for a couple of months, actually. So let's lift them up high and get everything prepared over there for the Peace on Earth tour to come into India. Billy Hawkins and her family, especially lifting up my niece Paula, Sheila and Kevin, and they are traveling, so travel prayers for them. Gary, Cecil and family, Nola, Joanne Castrillo, her husband John and their family, especially Jackie and little Eris, who just started into the first grade this week. Dolores Cook, LZ, Elaine, Deirdre, and Thump. Deirdre, your whole family, including your sister Steph and husband Bob. Adrielle, Tia Fernetti, Mickey, Suzanne Millard, and all of her family. Jacob, Marietta, and Ed, and Marietta's asked us to lift up Mr. Wiggles and help him through this time of not feeling so well. Leo and your family, Lakshmi, Ken, Jim, Ryan, Josie, and her mom Mary, and saying hello to our sweet Ricky, Pirate Rick, with us in spirit. Tammy Williams, Megan Jim, and I believe Jim is going to be undergoing surgery soon. Jean and Ron, and lifting up our Auntie Jean. She hasn't been with us for a few days, so let's lift her up for complete physical healing. Mary Lou Burdick and family. Catherine and Michael Kovacs and all of your family and your fur babies. Fred, Rosalind Good Vibes, Jimmy Wright, Sally and Tony De La Rosa and their entire family, including the grandson who is deployed. Stacy, Kathy, and Bob, and all of your family. Christina, Gage, which Annie, you say I can take Gage off. Okay. I will remove Gage and Patty after we are done today. Michael, Sonia, Paul and Marlene, Joe and his wife, Pat Moss and her family, Becky LaFave and Travis, Erica Hoppy and her family, Corinne, Charlie Coons and family, and remembering Christine, who's in a new living environment, and wishing her well. Hope Wellington Marshall and your beautiful son and daughters and your family. Carrie Baker, Andrea Gregg and Sparkle, Catherine, Annie Seven and Grayson, Cassandra and Destiny Ortega, Luz Orsini and her family, Christine Lewis, Gail and Nick Zimmerman, Jennifer and Micah, Oksana and her family, Herb, Caitlin and Aunt Gail, Isabel and Paul and their daughters, Beata and her daughter Juliana, Linda Lemieux, her son and grandchildren, and her friends there in Florida, Stacy and Josh Lord and their children and grandchildren, John, Tatiana, Buster, family, Wayne, Lindsay, Aunt Inga, Blue Jean and Dave and all the fur babies, Dolly the horse and Rain the horse, living there with Blue Jean, Chance and Shasta the horse, Noelle, Rose Sermon, Gary McCorkle, Brookie, who just had a birthday yesterday, Dylan and Sweet Max, and Brooke's dad, and Aunt Jeannie, and Dylan's father, Paul, the Girardi family, Jeanette and Ernie, Lillian in Norway and all of her family, Kathleen Caputo, and these sweet babies that she brings to us, baby Wyatt, baby Haven, baby Divine, and their families, Caden, Tinsley Rose, Kat, Candy and Pastor Bruce, Alba, Dottie and Don, Grace Isis and her family, Raymond, Darren Walker, Arthur Thompson, Vicki King, Elaine Armstrong, Marianne, Henrik, Lorraine and John, Jeannie Aguilar and her grandson, Eric, Tammy Fisk and family. I just saw Tammy and Rochelle, and praying for Rochelle's mom, Rose, Lori, Kelly, Stephen, Catherine, Ruth Anderson and her family, and praying for her daughter Mia, getting ready to go back to the East Coast for school. Jeannie's sister Merle, Deb Goldberg and family, Michelle, Crystal and Dean Nobles and family, Laura Hill, Julia Osborne, Sharon Rhea and family, Sherry Gatewood and her brother-in-law, Anaya Hummingbird, Tammy Hill and family, Phil B., Lynn Gallagher, Mary Quincoli and her family and friends in Florida, Irene and Eduardo, Eddie Quills, Jose, Michael Murdoch, Jessica, Fidel, Camilla and Nick, Lynn Andriozzi, Frank, Albie, Kenneth, Bobby, Mansi, Kamal, Akil and the Pakistan orphans in all of Pakistan, Yuri, Scott, Letitia, Mary, Joshua, James, Drake, Alicia Burns, Pam Dyke, Kimberly, Ellen, Sue Seekoff and Richard, Dido Clark and Harry, Terry Gilstad, Chiara, Marissa, Claudia, Marianne Pish and family, Cassandra and Danny Gary, Lenny, John Thaddeus Fiore, Kuka Carney and her family, Carol Fisher, Deborah, Violet, Walter, Sue and grandchildren, Janie Stamler, Claudel Jackson, Chris Blake, Dante, Jerry, Kaylee, Trevor Jordan, Richard Weber, Charlotte Abrahams, Jerry, Michelle Landers, and your entire family, Kagan and Wyatt Linder, Barbara Kaufman McGillicuddy, Bradley Capone, Andy, Amanda Summer, Miles and Sarah, Joanne McCann-New, Whitney, Jude Doughton, Karen Gibbons and daughter, Julie Kiss and mom Cynthia and husband, Courtney, Ryan, Pat, Sophia, Aaron Parker, Angelica Complimans, Peggy, Claire, Carrie Klingon Butcher and family, Brian Hughes, Pat O'Connor, Yolanda, Selby Barnes, Robin Waters Dykes and her family, Joey, Terry, Solar and Maya, Leanne, Joanne and Leo, Sam, Matt, Charles and Nita, Yusha, Jen and Norm, Keith, Joe H., Marisol Soto, Deborah, Tyler, Chad Ehlers and Mia, Dick Waters, Milton Carbajal, Tomas Diaz, Cameron, Boris Zoffman, Jacqueline Carbajal and David Reiger, Solvi Barnes and Og Barnes, Gunn Ellen Sundahl, Maria Mitchinson Higman Simpson, Lisa Jo Davis, Jordan, Lydia Benedita, Rebecca Seward Rickardson, Sonia Kay, Miles, Anjali Baha, Paula Graca, David Brett, Colleen, Dylan Hickson, Richard Barnes, Cole Grayson, Brandy Chari, JT, Francis Nalvin, Shauna, Danielle Riverin, Chris and Natika, Elise, Kara, Pam, Christine and Ed, Barbara and Diane, Kim, Catherine DeSanti and her sister Rose, Mary Jane in Vermont, Carol Caruso, Val Meyer, Tasha, Jocelyn, Linda Kraft and family, Eric and John, Darlene Ose, Paul G., Liam G., Pam, Daniel McGraw, Minna Brumley, Rebecca Sherman, Joe Ketterer, Gabrielle, Ina, Donna, Nancy, Bailey, Jacob, Mary, Kim Bevan, Gabby Forrester, Don B., his daughter and granddaughter, the Vega family, Laura, Lisa Capola Matroni, Bobby, Elaine, Shiraz, Sharu, Adele, Laura, Evelyn Smith, Beatrice, Amina. Anywhere in our world that there are areas of conflicts and battles and wars, anywhere there are abused individuals and groups, Ashley Miller, Alina, Susanna, Lana Grace Anna, Kim Coles Ventnor, Shoshana Sebring, Stephen, Keith LP, Adam Holmes, Bob Smith, Chris, Christina and Clint, Janine, Heather, Kim, Jennifer, Cassandra Brown Henry, Tim Smith, Jeanette and Eric, Rachel Warren and her family, Mark Hunter, Pat, Ainsley Grace and her mom, Kathleen Viscomi, Betty, Judy Dorn, Kelly, Alma Jean, Jim Mershon's father, Rebecca Abraxas, Dana Rados, Darlene, and your whole family and your fur babies, Patricia, Jennifer Schwab and family, Steve Newman and Carol, Janet, Blue Sister Timmy, Margarita Estrada, Donna Sobel and her daughter Joanna, Soma, Christopher Elzie, Emerson, Louisa Almeida, Patricia Torinas, Don Baker and his family, especially his daughter Gia, Norman Ratner and Monica, Richard Scarborough, Richard James, Andre Latrulia, Kathy's co-workers and her supervisor, and Amanda and Mandy, Rose, Danica and Annette, Mike, Emmanuel from Zambia, Lucy's mom Mary, Dandy Williams-Wise and Danette Hilma Mizell Cookahorn, Justin Brown and family, James, Justina, Hans, Sherry Graham, the Wilk family, Ken and Tabitha, Susanna, Kelsey, Aunt Una, Max Smith, Jackie, Jeremiah, Noel Marshall and Bob Warner, Vinny, Dylan's Uncle Chris, Linda M., Martha, Shad Anderson, Joy, Holly Ann, Zita, Beiji, Allie, Bree, Stephen Hoskins, Tara, Soma, Ben, Pat, Dee Dee, Linda, Julie, Dana Benson and Kitty, Lauren Olivia, Alex, Margie, Anne, Rio, Mark, Adam, Alexandria, and Lexi, Robin Miller, Jennifer Mitchell's family, Warner, Terry, Liz Eden and Serenity, Keith Leggett's family, Leah, Jenna Marie Burrell, Janine, Rihanna Stowell and family, Kathy's brother Paul, Chloe's family, Bob P., Ricard, Rhea, Paisley, Yoli, Carrie Kiss, and congratulations to Carrie Kiss getting a new kidney, and we're lifting her up for that to be a success. Bentley, the family of Reverend Maria Hughes, she is now in spirit. Elijah, Tony Ventura, Susan Flo and family. Sparkle, Vicky, Alyssa, Paula, Carla, Layla, Allie, Linda's sister Martha, Joanne G., the flood areas, anywhere there's weather that's affecting an area, which now we're going to pray for this whole eastern coast of the United States that has the potential for flooding with the storm that's moving in. Arthur Peretti, Nell Kay, Michael Fanone, Ron Hall, and the McKee family, lifting them all up. Any that are not mentioned here that you're holding in your heart, just lift them up with me. I will get this revised for next week. And let's all remember that we lift these prayers up and release the prayers that we've laid before you now into your hands, knowing that your love surpasses all understanding. May we find peace in surrender, patience in waiting, and joy in receiving. Teach us to remain steadfast in hope and to look for the signs of your presence in all that unfolds. Thank you, Creator, for the blessings yet to come, the lessons we will learn, and the love that surrounds us always. We have faith, trust, and we believe that every one of these prayers, whether they were spoken or silently held in your heart, we believe they are seen, acknowledged, and answered for the best and highest good of all. And please say this prayer with me. Lord, make me an instrument of your peace. Where there is hatred, let me sow love. Where there is injury, pardon. Where there is doubt, faith. Where there is despair, hope. Where there is darkness, light. Where there is sadness, joy. And we believe that every prayer is heard. We believe that miracles are happening every moment of every day. And we claim those miracles and we give all honor and glory to God, our Creator, to all of the divine, to the angels, the masters, and our loved ones in spirit for helping us to see the evidence of the answered prayers. Thank you. We love you. Amen. And Shanti Shanti, bringing in peace on our earth. Thank you all for being here for prayer day. I appreciate you so much, and I appreciate you letting me know how to revise the prayer list. And let's let Leo take us out of here for the rest of the time that we have together. I love you. Thank you for being here. Please join me in 1 hour. I will be on with Dr. Ruth Anderson for our Wednesday meditation excavation. Oh, Andrea, you are a blessing. Come on, come on.
It's a beautiful day. If you woke up this morning, might as well be part of it. We're on a peaceful peace, on a mission for harmony. You and me, mama, be on the lead wherever we may be. We create a portal where we can be together. The heart telephone is always one phone call away. Calling on the guys, the angels, and the masters. Take a deep breath, we're going into a new dimension. Morning cup full of joy, every day. To start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning cup full of joy.
Absolutely, Julie. Yes, we give all honor to God.
Full of joy every day. To start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning cup full of joy with all the bees and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you,
Thank you. I love you.
Joy, full of light, full of love. Bottomless refuse, spilling out from the top. Here, the coffee's always hot and the trust is always yours. The sun is calling out to play, let's put on a show. Today's a new day, we are part of this game. Let's play to win. Love always is the winning
We
team.
are the winning team. We're Team Hawaii.
Morning cup full of joy every day. To start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning cup full of joy with all the bees and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste. Morning cup full of joy every day. To start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning cup full of joy with all the bees and the pod.
The pod, that would be us. Okay, you ready? There really is no secret.
There really is no secret. We simply
Simply
accept,
allow. AAA, y'all. Take it everywhere.
to start the day on the high five, we call the AAA. Morning cup full of joy with all the bees and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste. Morning cup full of joy every day. To start the day on the high five, we call the AAA. Morning cup full of joy with all the bees and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste. Give me a cup of joy. Cup of joy. Joy. Give me cup of joy. Give me cup of joy. Give me cup of joy. Give me a cup of joy.
Woo! Or as Andrea always says, woohoo! With love and peace. I love that. Oh, I love you all so much. Take good care. I'll be back in an hour and we'll keep doing the countdown until it's time for Teri to get on that plane. And that's going to be in 4 more days. On Sunday, I'll be flying and making my way toward Hawaii. And I will look at the flight schedule and see if it's possible to do the afternoon cuppa during the layover. I think I stop in Denver, but I'm not sure what time I get there. So I'll look at that and let you all know if we need to not have a Sunday get together or if we can. But I'll let you know either way. Thank you for being here this morning. I love you so much. And I will see you later.